Another episode of the Traded Economist. Yeah. So today we're going to start talking about supply and the law of supply. So we're going to start with, well, what exactly is supply? Well, supply is the total quantity of a product that producers are willing to make and sell at a certain price. So now that we have the definition of supply, it's also good to know a little law of supply. You see, the law of supply states the higher the price a company can charge, the more it's willing to supply. If we were to put that on a graph, it'd look like this. The line goes, oh, well, look at that. Up. That's right. A supply curve will always go upward, because if you look at the graph, quantity supplied is all the way down here at 0, where the price is 0. Well, they're not making any money there, so the higher up the price they can go, the more they're willing to supply. Let's check that out. That was a great yoga class, but you know, when I was in Savasana, when I was not supposed to be thinking, I was like, man, I bet they have like a lot of people come to these classes, because you figure they're like $15 a head and you offer like 3 classes a day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if we were willing to pay like $25 a head, would you offer maybe like 5 classes?
Yeah, I think so.
What about $30 a head? What could you do then?
Maybe 8 classes.
Ooh, more supply. What if we said $50? Like, we really need our yoga.
Probably class like all day, every day.
What?
I know.
Sounds like a supply curve to me. Okay, check. Now that we know what supply is, it's always good to look at things that can cause supplies to shift. But let's get these shifters right first. All right, let's take a look at this graph. Supply of slingshots? That's awesome! Oh, anyway, okay. So it looks like if a supply curve shifts to the right, the business is willing to make more goods or services. So shift to the right, supply increases. If it shifts to the left, supply decreases. They are not willing to make as many. So let's go ahead and see what things could cause producers to supply either more, shifting to the right, or supply less, shifting to the left.
Slide to the right. Reverse.
Okay, so let's take a look at those things that can cause supply to either shift to the right, supplying more, or shift to the left, supplying less. All right, let's go here. First of all, one of the determinants or things that can cause supply to shift is technology. Think about it. If a business decides to invest in its technology, it's probably going to get more efficient, which means they can produce more, which means shift to the right. But what if, let's say, a business's power goes out or their computers goes down? What's going to happen to their supply? It's going to decrease or shift to the... Also, a supplier's expectation can cause them to increase or decrease their supply. So it's whether demand is expected to rise or fall will indicate whether they increase or decrease their supply.
What did you expect?
Stay still. There. Number of sellers is also going to increase or decrease a supply. So you figure the more sellers, the more suppliers, means the more supply. If there are very few sellers, that means that supply may decrease. Or if sellers leave the market, again, decrease.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm gone. I can't stay here.
Cost. Well, we know that businesses are profit motivated, so If cost increase to supply, chances are they're going to decrease their supply because they're not making as much money.
My top down, my watch out. Space Jams, my socks out. My whip the color of boxing glove. My license plate say
Other opportunities. Sometimes other opportunities come along and businesses decide to stop producing one good to do something else.
Change your mind like a girl. Change his clothes. Yeah, you PMS.
Practice on your own. Try to see if you can figure out which way these shift. Guys, till next time.
Let your booty do that yoga.